everybody, welcome to Cord Cutter, one of my many Dave TV incarnations. I talk about a lot of different things. There's Cord Cutter, where I talk about cable cutting, cable cord cutting. There's Dave TV, where I talk about a lot of media issues, particularly stuff in the Washington area. There's Dave Talks, where I talk about a lot of media issues and other things that have to do on a national basis and blah, 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 blah. So anyhow, today's a Cord Cutter. I got the, it's a windy day. It's a beautiful day, 28th of March, 2016. I'm doing my little walk here, but it's quite windy today, so I got to keep the case on. So if I talk up real close like this, you should get good audio. This little Sony Action Cam has great audio if you take the case off, but then you get all the damn wind noise. And today's going to be a wind noise day. Chipotle, fueled by Chipotle iced tea today, and I'm revving to go. The interesting thing, I saw an article in the Wall Street Journal this morning about sports networks, regional sports networks, particularly the Yes Network up in New York City. The Yes Network is one of the most watched regional sports networks. It obviously is the Yankees network. It's got a 30-year deal to carry the Yankees, and they charge cable companies over $5 per subscriber to carry this network, okay? And that wonderful rate is passed on to you, the cable subscriber, in higher rates. So $5, over $5 of your cable bill goes straight to Yes. And Yes is now 80% owned by Fox. So there's a big deal going on there. The number of cable companies, including Comcast, is saying we're not going to carry the Yes Network anymore because it's too damn expensive. And they did a survey, and they claimed that only like 2 or 3% of their audience is actually regular viewers of Yes. See, that's what happens. So what that means is that the other 97-98% of cable subscribers end up paying for Yes in their regular rates, and yet don't ever watch the channel. And that's one of the reasons why I cut cable a year and a half ago. I literally went up to Comcast and said, look, I was paying a promotional rate. They were ending it. My rates were jumping like 30 or 40%. I said, I don't want to pay that. And they said, F you. They didn't say F you, but they said, you know, the polite equivalent of that, to the point where I just said, okay, I don't want it anymore. I still have internet, I still have the high-speed internet, but I don't have the cable. I'm not paying. Here in the Washington area, we have Comcast Sportsnet Mid-Atlantic, and we have the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network, or MASN. You know, one carries the Nationals, one carries the Orioles. Wait. They both carry, MASN carries both the Nationals and the Orioles, even though it's owned by the Orioles, but anyway. But Comcast Sportsnet carries a lot of teams like the Wizards and whatever. So anyway, and there is, in this area, a regional sports fee on your cable bill of like $4 or $5 for those channels. You know, they break it out now, let you know. The problem is you can't just cancel the channel. You can't just say, look, give me the expanded basic package, and I don't want my sports network anymore. Because the deal is they have to be on certain tiers. So you can't just a la carte say, look, I want that expanded basic package or the preferred tier or whatever the hell they call it, or the digital starter package with 89 million channels. Ooh, now there's the wind noise. I hope you can hear me. I'll talk really loud. Anyway, you know, you can't do that. You either have to take the package or not. And if you don't want CSN or MASN, which are on the basic digital package, then you basically can't get USA Network or what, I don't know. You know, it's very complicated. Now, they do have an economy plan where you can get some of your basic channels without paying for the sports networks and stuff like that, but you know, it's the sports cable networks don't like that. Because they're double dipping now. They're not only living off of the fees they get paid from the cable companies via your bill, but they're also living on ad revenue. And in order to sell ads, they need a lot of people to watch. So that's the conundrum. The problem is not a lot of people are watching. If 2% of Comcast audience at any moment is watching, you know, a sports network or less than that, then is it worth you pay that being the most expensive channel in your lineup? I mean, you'll have to look at Comcast's point on that. They're paying $5-6 for a channel like Yes, carrying that throughout the New York metropolitan area, the most expensive channel they have, or one of the most expensive channels, and at the same time, it's only being watched by 2 or 3% of their audience. You know, they have a point. At the other side, the Yes Network has a point. They're the only place if you want to watch the Yankees. But then the subscribers have a point. Why should we be paying for Yes, $5 a month, whatever it is, if we never watch the Yes channel? They have a point. So everybody's got a point. But, so the deal is right now is that Comcast is not carrying the Yes Network in the New York area, okay? So subscribers can say, well, if you have other cable companies, if you have Verizon in your area, you can go get Verizon Fios or whatever, or if you live in another area, you're fine. But if you're stuck with Comcast, you're pretty much out of luck. I guess you could do some satellite TV, maybe that's on there. But, you know, you're going to be paying the $5, and you can't buy it a la carte, and you can't go online and buy it. You have to get it through a cable company. So that's the crazy deal. It's kind of crazy, man. So, you know, so what's the future? What, you know, the other thing is that since 80% of the Yes Network is owned by Fox, Fox is now playing hardball with Comcast, and they're saying, look, unless you sign up for Yes at the inflated $5 a month rate, unless you do that, we're not going to let you renew your other Fox networks, which include FX, which has a lot of cool stuff on it, which include the Fox News Channel. Can you imagine the crazy conniption that would go on in Comcast with Comcast if all of a sudden Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity and all those Fox Newsers get dropped by Comcast in a particular area? I mean, there would be a shitstorm. So anyway, that's what's going on. So it's going to be interesting. You know, I think eventually, you know, since these regional sports networks have already signed huge deals with teams that call for lots of money, I think what's going to eventually happen is that most of these sports networks are going to go back to being premium channels. A lot of these networks started out that way. When you look at Comcast Sportsnet here in Washington, it started out as Home Team Sports, and it was a premium channel. You paid, I don't know, $8 or $9, $10 a month for just that one channel. I think that they're going to have to go back to that model because, you know, people are just tired. A lot of people are tired of paying inflated cable bills for channels they never watch, especially sports channels. You know, somebody's paying, they're seeing their cable will go from $65 to $73 next month, and it's because of the sports channels they never watch. Well, what do you do about that? You know, so I think you're going to see eventually a lot of these sports channels going back to being premium-only channels or in some sort of premium package whereby the people that really want to watch them will pay for them. And guess what? They ain't going to be paying $5 a month for them. They're going to be paying more like $35 or $45 a month for them. Because somebody's got to pay those inflated sports rights. Or, on the other hand, maybe these channels will go away. If enough cable companies drop them and their ad sales go down and the cost that they're getting of the $5 per subscriber goes down from all these cable companies, and they suddenly start losing a hell of a lot of money, and they're bound by these long-term sports contracts, you're going to start seeing some of these sports channels just going away. And what'll that mean? Maybe we'll go back to the old days where baseball games are back on free TV, baby. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where this all goes, but it looks like we're just at the beginning of a giant conundrum here with all these regional sports networks, not to mention ESPN. ESPN has the same problem, by the way. They're also a very expensive channel, and a lot of cable companies are trying to launch tiers that don't include it in order so that customers that never watch it can save some bucks. And ESPN is scrambling and crying bloody murder over that and threatening lawsuits. So we'll see where it all goes, but it looks like we're headed for a huge battle and a huge conundrum with sports on TV. The whole model is breaking down, baby. Hey everybody, thanks for watching me, Dave, Camo Pants Hiker, Dave TV, Cord Cutter, Dave Talks, and so much more on my YouTube channel. That's YouTube/DCRTV. Thanks for watching. Aloha, baby.